to Boozy Movies, where watching movies and making cocktails is what we do.
Stop trying so hard to be something you're not.
Today, we are off on a Nordic adventure, which means we have 2 cocktails for the movie, How to Train Your Dragon.
I love this plan.
So, a socially awkward Viking teen decides that bonding with a fire-breathing lizard is a better career move than axe-throwing lessons. Predictably, chaos, epic aerial dogfights, and a heartwarming friendship ensue. Because who needs conventions when you have a scaly sidekick?
Our first cocktail embodies some Viking staples and is sort of a trophy for Hiccup's coming of age called Hiccup's Helmet.
I'm ready.
Our second cocktail includes more Viking staples, which would get them ready for a dragon voyage.
We finally have something to talk about.
Now, by the end of this episode, we can't promise that you will know how to train your dragon, but we can promise you'll know how to make these cocktails. So let's start with Hiccup's Helmet.
You're gonna need Viking Blod Mead, Kirsch Liqueur, Lingonberry Sauce, Whey, Granny Smith apple juice, walnut bitters, Saline, Ski Queen cheese, and sage.
In a shaker tin, add 3 heaping bar spoons or approximately 3/4 of an ounce of Lingonberry sauce and muddle. Add 2 ounces of Viking Blod Mead, a 1/2 ounce Kirsch Liqueur, 1 ounce of Whey, a 1/4 ounce of Granny Smith apple juice, 3 dashes of walnut bitters, and a dropper of Saline. Add ice, a spring, and more ice. Cover and shake for 30 seconds. Double strain into a chilled coupe. And garnish with Ski Queen or another mildly sweet cheese wrapped in sage. And here is Hiccup's Helmet. We have a lot of what we thought of as sort of some traditional, maybe Viking ingredients.
I was hoping for this.
So we have the Viking Blod, which is like a honey mead, but it has infused hibiscus and also ginger as well.
Yes, which hibiscus and ginger are actually not Viking staples. Those are more tropical Vikings, I suppose.
Oh, come on.
But the Viking Blod we found had the nicest flavor, enhanced the other flavors more, and that's really what we wanted. Is we wanted to bring out the flavors of the lingonberry, which was a staple, a Viking staple. But if you can't get lingonberry sauce, cranberry sauce works in a pinch. I really wanted to use Whey in this cocktail because that was a Viking staple as well.
Yep.
This conversation is feeling very one-sided.
You know, you go to the store and you get, those like little mozzarella balls and things like that. It's the liquid that's in there and surrounds them. Most people are just like paying for the mozzarella. We actually went there for the Whey because that's what we wanted for this cocktail.
No thanks, I'm good.
Initially, we did start with just like a regular honey mead, and it just really wasn't giving us the flavor that we wanted. So we just subbed in this Viking Blod, and I think it turned out really nice.
Now think about what you've done.
We have a fun little garnish here with some Nordic cheese, some brown cheese.
Yeah, Ski Queen cheese.
Why is this so important to you all of a sudden?
It is a cheese product made from the Whey that they extract when making cheese. And then they just cook it down. They just keep cooking it until it gets all caramelly. And then they pack it into a thing much like Velveeta.
And it's a cube, it's a square.
It's the Nordic version of government cheese, only actually healthier for you.
It's pretty tasty. It's very different than, kind of American cheese, but it does have, not only does it look caramelly, but it has a caramelly taste as well, which is pretty cool.
Okay, so are we done?
Yes, so before we move on to a dragon's voyage, which will be delicious, we would like to stop you for 1 second and ask that if you are enjoying our content, we would really appreciate it if you hit that like button. It really helps us out. Subscribe if you haven't, and turn on that alert bell just to remind you to watch our videos. Join us for a movie every single week. Join us for the cocktails. It'll be a lot of fun.
And join us for Dragon Voyage. We're going to be using Aquavit, Corriander honey syrup, Granny Smith apple juice, carrot juice, old sherry, a wheat beer, fine sea salt, activated charcoal, and horseradish powder.
In a mixing glass, combine 3 ounces Aquavit, 1/2 ounce Corriander honey syrup, 1/2 ounce Granny Smith apple juice, 1/4 ounce carrot juice, and 1/4 ounce sherry. Add ice and stir until chilled. Strain into a chilled Collins glass prepared with a salt, activated charcoal, and horseradish powder rim. In a mixing glass, pour in 2 ounces of wheat beer. Froth and layer on top of the cocktail. And here we have a Dragon Voyage. Give it a go.
Yeah, this one looking real nice.
Yes, so we wanted to put it in a horn like a real Viking, but we wanted you to be able to see the cocktail too.
I screwed up. I should have told you before now.
Yeah, so the rim has a really nice scale effect to it. It looks like, you know, the dragon scales. But I love the color of this drink. And if you notice, while we were making it, the Granny Smith green juice and everything was going in there. But once you add the carrot juice in it, you get this nice, vibrant orange. And even though we used a wheat beer, really, that's just the foam on top. So that's not really adding a lot to the color. But, you know, we kind of wanted, again, to add elements from sort of like the Viking lifestyle into this cocktail.
You, sir, are playing a dangerous game.
And one of the main things that they drank was, in fact, ale, probably made from a wheat or a barley.
I could get used to it.
But we wanted to make a cocktail using the Aquavit. I was so excited to play with the flavors of like carrot and
Some earthy flavors in there.
yeah, really earthy flavors. The horseradish definitely brings it out, and it's not too spicy. You're pretty sensitive to spice, right? Do you get?
I'm sensitive to spice. No, it's if you're sensitive to spice, you're gonna be just fine.
And my undies. Good thing I brought extras.
We have all these beautiful flavors in there, and the one thing that really brought out all of these flavors that you're noticing is the old cherry.
I don't have any more.
The flavors that the old cherry is bringing out is, of course, the honey coriander syrup. Other herbs are the herbs that are contributed from the Aquavit.
Right.
So I would put flavor profile-wise Aquavit along the same lines as your other herbal liqueurs, like the Boomsma, absinthe, raki, all of those. Anything that has that sort of like licorice, anise kind of flavor.
Thank you for summing that up.
Apples are in here. Debatably, like whether or not that was available in Nordic regions, it was, but they were probably the smaller apples that were probably more sour, just like the Granny Smith. And we included that in this drink, and we included that in our other drink, which you might as well bring in.
Ooh, Hiccup.
It's an occupational hazard.
What a delicious addition. It really brightens things up, that like just a little bit of sourness, but then that really, really, really delicious apple flavor, and like getting freshly juiced Granny Smith apple juice is incredible.
This is pretty cool.
So the main reason we want to do these cocktails for How to Train Your Dragon is because on June 13th, there is the live action coming out, and we're very excited to see it. We've seen the animated version a few times.
Yes.
We really like it. We've now seen the trailer for the live action version, and it looks pretty close, almost shot for shot,
Yeah,
I think.
It does, and the dad in the animated...
Gerard Butler.
Yes, he is the dad also in the live action.
Right. I don't know, it'd be interesting to know like what other live action interpretations you'd like to see from some of these classic cartoons, because they seem to be somewhat controversial when they come out. People feel like they're maybe messing with royalty a little bit. So we're very excited to see the new live action coming out June 13th. I think it is time to cheers. We're gonna go check out a movie, and yeah, see you next week. 2 more cocktails, 1 more movie.